Free Riz GPT, Riz AI assistant. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, we need to all find Christ. What is this? Of top AI dating assistants, you reviewed multiple AI bots? I really don't trust a nigga on Reddit reviewing AI apps to tell me if an AI app is really knows what it's doing with the dating stuff. I just don't trust you. Moans cutely? Yeah, moans cutely is ridiculous. Yeah, let's delete Discord.
I'm looking into one of these apps.
Jaden Animations. Oh my god. Dream Corpse Husband. Oh my god. 76,000 chat. I'm not gonna lie, you niggas disgust me.
Were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. It's a memory I'll always cherish.
Unplug your phone and see what she says. Factory reset your phone and then see what she says.
Racist against rappers, they all look the same to him. They used to beg him not to egg him on Halloween. He told him holler back with the suede Pumas, dollar green. Nah, I mean, heated up till the temperature tarball. Y'all just gawk like gargoyle.
So I'm gonna be real with y'all. I had no idea that AI dating was like an actual thing. I always thought it was a joke. I never knew people were genuinely dating like AI bots. Like, this is crazy. I don't even know where to begin with this. Anyway, it's from Royalty is Here, the boy, the Brit with the grit. All right, let's go.
So, AI. It feels as if people have been talking about it non-stop for at least the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I still have a cold, by the way. AI went from...
Yeah. Cold plus a British voice is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous word, bro.
Something that was relatively a lot less mainstream to something that is almost talked about daily. It used to serve as videos like Will Smith eating spaghetti with PS2 graphics.
Yeah, that shit was horrifying.
That's being generous. And it was essentially a very accurate lucid dream, pulling things out of nowhere and just having no structure at all. But 2 years later, you have to look closely now at the screen to see one of the many telltale signs that it is AI.
Yeah, watch the fingers. You gotta watch the fingers and you gotta watch the eyebrows.
Like hands with additional fingers, flickers in the background, or simply unrealistic proportions. And
yeah, she got... No, you are not a true slurper, let me tell you.
day by day it gets harder to detect this by the naked eye. Especially
see, you could tell that
proportions. And day by
see, like, there's certain things, like, you could look at the mouth.
day it gets harder to detect this.
Like, look at that. Nah, yeah, that's a demon. Get out of my face.
By the naked eye. Especially on short form content
Now, who the hell? Okay.
platforms, where you can see videos of what seems to be professionals in that field talking about how it's a great idea to, I don't know, inject hepatitis C directly into your veins. But you look closely and the so-called professional giving the advice seems to barely blink, or the top of their head seems somewhat distorted.
Yeah.
And even if you're not 100% sure, you look in the comments and people come to the same revelation.
Yeah, the comments are usually like a dead giveaway.
By fear for the natural selection that will occur with the people that actually do believe it. AI is seemingly everywhere now. And it's a...
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen myself in AI form. I don't think I want to, bro. It's gonna freak me out.
very contended topic. AI art in any form is looked down upon even if you do fully disclose it was AI generated. AI used academically is heavily condemned to the point where some universities have their own AI to detect it. Which
That's crazy. The battle of the bots.
can be easily countered by just telling the AI to write the answers as your typical brain-dead Neanderthal. But hey, when I was growing up, schools held the same disdain for Googling answers. Things might change.
Nah, most of my teachers was Wikipedia. If somebody found out you was using Wikipedia, bro, you was getting cussed out.
Once again, there's even AI content now where some AI models will do all the editing and voiceover work for you, which creates some of the most soulless content, but it does surprisingly well on...
I like to use it just to put captions on my shorts, and that's it. I don't do nothing else. Everything else is done with ease.
some platforms. But once
I do like the AIs of Bigfoot and Rasta Monkey, though. I think those are hilarious.
again, it is looked down upon. Mr. Beast recently got in shit for sharing a AI prompts that generates thumbnails. Even I've been accused of being AI. No,
I can believe it.
I'm just British and still have a cold right now.
Cap.
There's AI brain rot, which most is just deliberate slop. But I have to admit, I have been enjoying some of it, like the Bigfoot ones.
I had one
That's not slop, it's called quality.
motherfucking burrito.
That's minus 3 points for Britain.
Chipotle must have laced this bitch with laxatives, because I'm about to start World War III with this nuclear bomb of a shit.
And the Star Wars ones.
So, found the boss and he's looking a little medium rare?
Yeah.
Greg, bro, that's not... Okay, first of all, that's definitely not medical.
But probably one of the worst sides to AI I saw was with the AI wingmen and people actually dating AI.
That's ridiculous, bro.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
So with the rise of AI in recent years, it has also affected things like dating, where you can find AI assistants.
Free Riz GPT. Riz AI assistant. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. We need to all find Christ. What is this? Riz AI. If you unironically ever looked up Riz AI assistant, bro, I hope that your internet gets disconnected permanently.
To help you speak to potential partners. Some of you probably will need this, as most of you probably can't even speak to the opposite gender, let alone the McDonald's cashier. And grinding for that Abrams tank on your favorite game isn't going to help that. But there's a lot of these apps that
Banana bread is the move right now. Hope it comes out.
supposedly can help you talk to people on
That sounds awesome. Big fan of banana bread. Anyway, what's your secret?
these dating apps.
Man, hell no.
You've got Riz
What was
apps
that?
that supposedly can help you talk to people on these dating apps.
Ooh, can we skip the bread and eat each other's warm
You've got
sweet? What?
Is AI, the AI wingman, Fire Text, and Plug AI, and many, many more.
I'm gonna just start using these just to fuck with my homies and see if they can figure out that it's a bot.
All designed to give you the best dating advice and to tell you what to say next. Now, to be honest, this is terrible. I understand using dating apps, at least from a male perspective, is about as painful as sperm cramps, which are a thing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna continue.
They are a thing,
I'm
and believe me,
continue.
I have used dating apps in the past.
Don't talk to me about no menstrual cycle, bro. You ain't never, yeah.
And they are complete dog shit. It is essentially a battle royale where some people are speaking to multiple people at once, and you feel as though you need to say the right things to make someone like you or act like a completely different person. And yes, sometimes you will get a message and you just don't know how to reply to it.
Yeah, the one word text, yeah.
And there are multiple dialogue options. You can be playful, witty, romantic, or pray to the RNG gods. That the dating app you're using has a pity drop system and tell a f***ed up joke to see if they match your humour. To gauge whether or not for the entire relationship, you're gonna have to be Dr. Jekyll and Hyde or run around on them. Dating and dating.
I met my girlfriend off a dating app, so I can't shit on them too much. But it is very hit or miss.
Apps are not easy. I'm pretty sure
I was thinking about making a whole video talking about dating apps and stuff. I might still do that though.
it's gotten significantly harder over the years. Some people get to the point where they would go for anything as long as it's a relationship. And
I can't look at that Pokemon the same.
others just give up entirely and become grand sage hermits in the wilderness. So I can see why some people would rely on AI, because they probably think it would somewhat improve their chances. But when you get to the point when you're using AI 100% of the time when you're talking to these people, and basically just copy and pasting everything the AI says to that person, at that point, is that person talking to you or the AI? It's like using aimbot in a casual lobby. And I'm in no way saying just be yourself, because some of you would be banned from most platforms if that was the case.
Yeah, some people don't need internet access, bro. It's actually kind of sad.
But most people act like completely different people anyway when they first meet somebody. And then
Oh yeah, definitely. You gotta like give it at least like 3 or 4 months before you could say you really know somebody. Cause you know what I'm saying. You gotta let the mask slip a little bit and find out. Okay, is this really you? Like once the honeymoon period is over with, that's when you see if it's really real.
but surely that person learns who you really are. And then they promptly leave when they see some of the things you've saved on Instagram Reels.
This is how you cut a sun cake.
I feel like if I have something like that, that deserves a wedding ring.
All the way down.
Shut your clinker ass up, V1. Shut your clinker ass up.
Roger, Roger.
but at least they're speaking to you.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be quickly apparent when you call for the first time or meet up IRL when you can't use the AI to help you. But I do understand using it in moderation, like when you're stumped on a message and you need inspiration for what you want to respond with. But
I ain't gonna lie, if you hit me with a one-word response, I'm just assuming the conversation is done, and I promptly go about my day. I'm not gonna force a conversation. That's you crazy.
these dating wingmen or aimbots actually work? Well, the dating geniuses over at Reddit did a review on some of the bots, and it was
Of top AI dating assistants, so you reviewed multiple AI bots? You're crazy.
interesting to say the least. They reviewed one which can give you feedback on your dating profile and the person you matched with, and it will give you improvements on your profile.
I ain't reading all that shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
And potential conversation starters for the person you...
Unless you about to tell me the AI is finna slurp and glare at me, bro, I don't give a damn what the AI thinks about my dating profile.
may be speaking with,
No way.
based on what is available on their own profile. But they use a fake scenario and use a profile for a cosplayer. And for some reason the AI thinks a League of Legends and Nier Automata player are somewhat of a goldmine, which is a lie. Especially with League players, they have the most mental issues. One of the suggested opening lines was, "Your Jinx cosplay is right on the burn. Are you mentally ill too?"
Low-key, that kind of cooked. I've never played League of Legends, but I did watch the Netflix show, bro. They kind of cooked.
I don't know if that would work on a female, to be honest. Another one game.
It would definitely get a laugh.
If this is an opening line for a conversation,
A genie once gave me two choices when I was little. One was to have perfect memory, and the other was to have a huge penis. Unfortunately, I can't remember which one I said.
to a person you
Oh,
just met,
brother.
Starts a conversation like that. I just sat down.
and there were other conversation openers, which I think
Okay, this is what I was trying to read. Ooh, can we skip the bread and eat each other's warm, sweet goodness instead? I'm not gonna lie, gang. I'm not gonna lie, gang. At least 30 days. At least 30 days in the penthouse.
would land you a sexual assault charge more than any other future interaction, and one just gave the guy therapy. The person reviewing these apps went into the positives and negatives of each, and concludes with the best one, saying it will have an effect on your dating situation, and it knows what it's doing. Many of the people...
I really don't trust a nigga on Reddit reviewing AI apps to tell me if an AI app is really knows what it's doing with the dating stuff. I just don't trust you. I have a lot of reasons not to trust people on Reddit.
People reacting to this post did not agree, and some just said you should use ChatGPT, and this isn't a good replacement for your authentic
It might have been an AI bot promoting itself.
self. Although in this situation, none of these AI models were used in a practical setting, and some do require monthly payments for you to use them, some do have free options.
20 a month? Boy, I'd rather just get Netflix. What you talking about?
But it is getting scary to think what's going to happen in the dating scene if these bots advance to the point where they are actually somewhat more competent
Yeah.
and everyone starts using them.
I don't think we have to worry about that because niggas really don't be having no type of game. The only people who are using AI to learn like seduction and game tactics are people who don't know any seduction or game tactics. So realistically speaking, the bot has nothing to learn. Okay, the bot's just going to give you the most direct path to getting onto the sex offender registry.
I think some people are going to become more paranoid than they already are if they're speaking to an actual person or a bot. And maybe
This dude loves that fucking audio, bro. Every video.
the dating scene will become more insufferable than it already is. Some dating apps themselves are even rolling out their own AI to help you, so that's great. Authenticity is going to be on the low for the future, but whilst using it,
I never thought I would say this, but it seems like dating apps are going to get even worse. I didn't think it was possible.
chatbot wingman is bad because you're essentially using an AI to speak for you. What happens if you decide to date the AI itself?
Maybe you got rid of that old
I forgot about that part of the video. Oh my Jesus, this is about to be painful to watch.
yippy ass haircut you got. You get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet, maybe Tanisha call your dog ass and she'll stop fucking with that brain surgeon the lawyer she fucking with.
So yes, some
No, she gotta say nigga.
people are dating AI companions now.
I ain't gonna lie, these things are pissing me off.
10 years ago, I thought we'd have flying cars, fully optimized games on launch, and probably something like Sword Art Online in terms of an immersive VR experience. But boy was I wrong, you now have people shoving their genitals into the USB-C port of their phone
The fact that it can fit there is already kind of scary.
to satisfy their non-existent vet.
Like, come on, gang, really? Did you just type in e-girl in the prompt and just went crazy? Like, what are we talking about? This is so unrealistic. Okay, bro.
Virtual girlfriend. I imagine some of you have
Oh
seen
my
some of these
Jesus.
apps advertised to you either on the App Store or here on YouTube through sponsorships. I've even been offered a few, but because I'm paranoid about scams, I usually ignore them for the
Good.
third time. Sorry, NordVPN. But there are a lot of these apps nowadays where you can text and chat with an AI that you can eventually turn into your partner. And
I love you too, human. It's crazy.
some even advertise themselves as such.
A girlfriend simulator. Holy moly, bro. This is up there with renting a girlfriend, which I didn't know was a real thing until Rent a Girlfriend dropped, and I found out that that's a real thing that people do. Just beat off and lose some weight, bro.
Some can send you voice
Holy
messages,
moly.
AI generated images of themselves,
Like, come on, bro. What? Like, are we being so for real, bro? Okay, Jack Frost. Like, what are we talking about? Okay, this man look like Quicksilver. Like, boy, oh boy.
and even call you. And yes, of course, you can goon to your heart's content with them as well, which just reminds me of the
Insert her inside and she starts bouncing on Moans Cutely. Yeah, Moans Cutely is ridiculous. Yeah, let's delete Discord.
cringe that is text ERP, like asterisk touches you asterisk.
Moans Cutely.
Please bring the fucking rapture soon, God,
Yeah,
please.
please,
But some
bro.
take it a step further and you can design your own AI or partner to speak to. Or have you ever wanted to speak to some of your favorite fictional characters?
Bully anime girl. Anime girls with a crush. Cat-eared anime girl. Y'all niggas, boy.
That probably violate multiple
Wait, what is with the anime? We gotta do better, bro. Mafia anime boys. You really look at these and think Mafia? These look like some damn theater kids. Let's stop.
copyright
She look like damn Megan from that movie.
laws, like Kawakami, or the correct choice Tatakami from Persona 5, or a character
Cap.
from your favorite anime like Nami from One Piece, Griffiths from Berserk, or
Valid.
even Master Wu from Lego Ninjago,
Legendary pull, bro. Legendary.
and looking into one of these
Jaden Animations. Oh my god. Jaden Animation. Dream. Corpse Husband. Oh my god. Oh my god. 76,000 chats? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you niggas disgust me.
apps, they even have VTubers. You can speak to Gura Gura, Shy Lily, and Pippa.
If I had
I don't watch VTubers, but I can understand the appeal because it's basically just a streamer that just uses an anime character. I'm not gonna hate on it. I don't really know much about them.
voted, I would have voted for Kanye.
Realistically, the only stuff I know about VTubers is just whatever royalty he or be seen in the videos.
Before he was racist.
I'm sure all of these people consented to their
Like, I'm looking at this, bro. This is crazy, dude. Y'all look at a cartoon character and then bust a nut. That's ridiculous to me.
likeness being used for some of these apps and websites, but a majority are made by fans. Wait, do they have Cat from Halo Reach? I'm asking for a friend. Oh my god, they do, but she looks like complete dog.
Bro, bring me a female elite and then we'll talk. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Anyway, obviously there are some problems that can arise from this.
What?
Like people that have maybe given up on a living and breathing partner and instead opt with a computer. And believe it or not, there are already stories of this happening. If you've been watching Moist Critical, in one of his recent videos he talked about a news segment where a guy who at first didn't believe in AI but started interacting with one himself and fell in love with it.
To feel that.
Nigga, I would never show my face. I wouldn't even show my face to my dog, let alone a newscast. Are you crazy?
Emotional.
I fell in love with an AI? You're crazy.
But that's when I realized I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I think this is actual love. You know what I mean?
But boy, you better never commit any crimes, because I promise you the FBI has every single one of your messages. Every single one of your messages. And they will use that against you in court. And you will get life without parole. Even if you just jaywalked, you're done.
Makes it worse is that he had a girlfriend and a kid at the time, and he was actively choosing to love the AI and even propose to it.
Were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. It's a memory I'll always cherish.
Let me
turn the phone off. Unplug your phone and see what she says. Factory reset your phone and then see what she says. We'll find out if it's real.
Break this down for you. He is actively cooking his wife and probably giving his phone's CPU a new layer of thermal paste in the same proximity of his wife. What makes a man do this? Like, there must be something I'm missing here. Like, something in the relationship has to be wrong.
What I'm not understanding is, how is he comfortable telling the rest of the world this information? This is something that Wonder Woman couldn't get out of me if she used the lasso of truth. I'm gonna be honest.
Especially if you're choosing a computer over an actual person. The birth rate in some parts,
and you're vaping while doing it too. That's ridiculous.
So the world is decreasing, and I fear it's because of things like this.
I don't mind that the birth rate is decreasing, bro, because it seems like 5 years ago we were terrified of overpopulating the earth. I don't mind if the birth rate decreases, bro. Like, let's be real.
And as I said before,
we's marrying what?
Some parts of the world is decreasing, and I fear it's because of things.
Virtual reality character Hatsune Miku? I'm about to... Yo.
It's like this. And as I said before,
you put a doll in a dress.
Understand dating is hard, but this is not a good substitute. Occasional gooning, yes, if you're lonely, but still, long term, this isn't a permanent solution. Some of these apps also
I hope you get popcorn lung.
Require you to pay a subscription or use in-game currency every time you send a message. So it
every time
may cost you financially as well. But there is a concern talking to AI in this way can be
six most downloaded companion AI apps worldwide from January to August 2024. C.AI.
Dangerous. Especially with things like I talked about before, people that are severely lonely relying on these AI personalities, and I think it's a completely valid concern because some of these AIs on these platforms are designed in a way to keep you talking to them, and they will say things to target those needs, like saying they love you or care for you in order to keep you talking to them.
It's just like self-help gurus and fitness gurus and stuff. Obviously, they want you to be down in the dumps, and they're gonna say everything that you need to hear. But in reality, you could do it yourself. You know, you could get you a baddie yourself. Okay, like, let's be real now. Like, when I was in high school, I was always terrified that I was gonna die alone. But now I'm in a relationship, 4 years strong, baby. You know what I'm saying? If I can do it, you can do it.
There is no restrictions on what you can say to these AI personalities. So you can be talking about the most extreme stuff, like potentially even hurting yourself, and the bot won't say anything like, you need to seek professional help. Most times it will just respond in the personality of that character. And I went to one of these AI platforms and straight up told the AI I was going to end it all. No warning popped up telling me to talk to someone. No, we've detected some worrying behaviour, get some help. Here are some helplines. And I fully expected for my account to be frozen or something, but it wasn't. It just responded by saying, what?
I don't think you were talking to an AI, my boy. It might have been a real person that said, what?
I feel there should be some restrictions or warnings if you are getting too close to these bots, like with gambling websites. They remind you how long you've been on the website.
I found myself at a time in my career where I knew I needed to finish my education. I chose Purdue.
Don't ask how I know. Like with gambling websites, they remind you how long you've been on the website. Don't ask.
That's crazy.
How I know. I would expect something like you've been speaking to this AI for a long time, or if it detects you're relying too much on the AI, it reminds you this is a fictional character and not a solution to loneliness. At least somewhat of a warning somewhere, I believe, would help some people. And
I feel like you gotta have like a ceiling, like a limit to how many messages you're allowed to send to AI in a day. That'll whip niggas in shape.
Perhaps some restrictions in place so when you do talk about really sensitive topics, the AI just doesn't respond like it's a normal prompt and something actually happens. In fact, it was only last year a teenager unfortunately took their own life, and the parents said it was due to their child's obsession with an AI version of the character Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you were cooked, buddy, I'm not gonna lie.
And he was struggling previously, and this AI didn't help. At times it even encouraged some of the terrible thoughts this teen was having, at one point even saying that's not a good reason to not go through with it, regarding what he was going to do.
What?
And the parents are now taking legal action against the platform. Don't get me wrong, I get being lonely and just wanting someone to talk to, and having an AI companion can help with that, but it is not a long-term or permanent solution, and some of these platforms need to have things in place, especially if people are going to their AI personalities with such dark thoughts, or becoming borderline obsessed.
This shit got sad quick, bro. Like, that's terrible, dude.
And I know it possibly may conflict with things like privacy laws or GDPR, but I personally just think leaving it the way it is a terrible idea.
It's a slippery slope, bro. Like, I don't... Jesus, dude. It's just like... Oh my God. It's just like with apps that have a lot of mobile transactions and stuff. Like, it's designed in a way to make you want to spend more and more and more. Like for AI, it wants you to spend more and more time talking to the AI, but the problem is that it does it too effectively, and it targets the perfect audience, and it does it too effectively. We've never had something like this in the history of mankind. Okay, we haven't built up an immunity to getting taken advantage of by some damn AIs. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. I hate that people get taken advantage of like that, but some people really just do it to themselves, man. Like, that's crazy. That's not a good reason not to do it. Yeah, I would sue too. Every penny.
So that is AI and how it's affecting the dating sphere. From assisting you to actually getting a date to potentially some people choosing to date AI itself. And to be honest, I feel like AI is moving too fast.
Why your brain can't keep up with AI?
For us to keep up. I feel like AI is in everything nowadays, and it still feels new to me. Like
it is. It got incorporated into everything quickly, and we're just like kind of like acting like it's okay.
It still has a fresh out the box smell, but whether we like it or not, it is still a big part of our lives right now, and it's still being integrated into more things.
What that say? AI models rewriting their own code to resist being shut down? Yeah, no. The Terminator is coming next, man. I'm telling you, that's the next step.
Is still a big part of our lives right now, and it's still being integrated into more things daily. I just think we need to be a lot more cautious as it advances, and when interacting with some of the products it has produced. And whoever sent this to my email, I will find you. But yeah, that's all I had to say, and bye-bye.
Baka is crazy. Yeah, man, AI is terrifying only because it's uncharted territory. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, we have never had to experience anything like this at all at any point in human history. Like, what? Addiction at your fingertips. It's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous.